Hi, it's Miss Farr again, and we're here for some science time. Today we're going to be doing an experiment called the growing rainbow. How can I make a rainbow grow? I can do it in my own house. Well, we're going to make a growing rainbow, but it's actually an experiment called capillary action. Well, what's going to happen in this experiment is you're going to make a prediction, then you're going to make an observation. Those were some words we used yesterday. A prediction. Let's think about that word again. Well, it means what you think is going to happen. You thought about the problem, how you were going to do something, and what was going to happen. Then you're going to do the experiment, and then you'll make an observation. And an observation is what happened. You can see it, smell it, taste it, hear it, or feel it. It's something that you can observe. We're going to be using our sense of sight for this observation, and you'll be able to see what happens. At certain points in the video, I'm going to ask you to pause it so you can draw your prediction, and then you'll play the video. You'll pause it again so you can do your observation, and we'll finish up. Well, we have to see what we need first. We need to get all of our materials before we start this. And remember, if you're doing this experiment at home, trying it for yourself, you need to do it with a grown-up. We're going to be using food dye, and food dye is messy. It can get on your hands, it can get on your furniture, it can get on your clothing if you're not careful. But if you're doing this with a grown-up, then everything is fine. Okay? Well, let's see what we need. Remember, Ms. Farr said we always have to be neat and careful. So I have a pan here just to catch anything. I don't want it going all over my dining room table. So I'm going to need some glasses. I'm going to use 3 colors. So I need 3 glasses. I'm using clear ones so you can see the colors in the water. 2, 3. And I need a pitcher of water. I have food coloring like this. I have paper towels to clean up, but we're also going to use these in the experiment. I have a pair of scissors. Now, these are sharp scissors, so you may want to have your adult go ahead and cut your paper towel for you. We don't want to be playing around with scissors or anything sharp, okay? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to adjust this a little so you can see a little better what I'm doing. There we go. Might not see all of my face, but you can see the experiment, which is important. So I'm going to push my glasses close together. And I'm filling them up with just plain water, you could see. And I'm putting them all at the same height because I want to keep everything even in my experiment. And you can see I've filled each glass about halfway. Now, I want to use some food coloring. I'm going to put some drops in here. Remember that rainbow project we saw yesterday, how the water swirled around? I want to get mine in there. You can have a spoon and you can stir that up, or you can just swish it. And I think I'm going to do some green. A little green. I'm going to do colors you can see. Some green, I got some blue. Oh yes, Get another color here. What do I have? Let's see. Make a nice red color. There we go. Now, I'm going to tear off paper towel the length of this. So look, I got those little ones. They make the rectangular. So I've got 3 of the rectangle ones. It's probably about 1.5 of if you get the square paper towels, but this has the little rectangular. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my paper towel in half. I don't need all of this paper towel. So I've taken it and I've cut it in half. And what I want to do is I want to save my other half for later. I'll use that in my kitchen. We're always making messes at our house. Caroline is into doing experiments too with me. So we have our science time and we always have to clean up. I'll take this and fold it in half. And then I'm going to put it in to each cup like this. Now this is the time when I want you to pause and draw what you predict is going to happen. So I want you to think about, if I stick this paper towel like this, some of it in, some of it out, into these cups, what's going to happen? Then I want you to hit play again and watch and see what happens. Observe it. Use your eyes, your sense of sight. So go ahead and pause it right now. Hi, welcome back. I know you did a great job drawing your prediction. Now we want to see what happens, don't we? This is the fun part. We've made that prediction and now we're really going to be scientists. We're going to say, what happens? So here we go. I'm going to stick the bottom end into here, the middle into here, and the end into my red, and we're going to see what happens. Oh my goodness! Can you see that? What's happening? All of the food dye is going up. The water is going up. It's not staying down. It's climbing up the paper towel and going up, up, up through the fibers of the paper towel, up the side of the glass. You can see it over here. Let me turn it. You can see how it is traveling. It is using something called capillary action. It's moving. We could see it. We gotta get a little wetter at the bottom. Put this in because it moved when I moved it. But we can see how it is traveling up the sides and through the fibers of the paper towel. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. It's moving up. But why is it moving up? Wow. Something called capillary action. Capillary action means that it can, water, a liquid, can run up through the fibers and it's displaced. It means it's spread through the fibers. It's pulling it in and pulling it up, even against gravity. And gravity is what makes something fall. I have something such as my pen. It's not going to float, is it? It's going to fall. It's not going to stay up in the air because it's being pulled down. but the water is moving up through the fibers. Well, this happens all the time. When you get out of the bath or shower and the towel absorbs the water goes through the fibers, the material of your bath towel, and it dries you off. That's exactly what's happening here. It also happens with plants and with trees all the time. The roots that are in the soil, those things that are at the bottom, pull up and the water, and you can see that your plant is growing. I'll show you where it is in nature. Here's a picture of my plant, and you can see the roots. They're down here. Now remember, that water from the water cycle from yesterday came down. That precipitation, yeah, that big word. And it came up and through the roots, the water travels up the stem, and then it goes up, up, up even further and into leaves and into the flower, and it keeps the plant from drying out, and that is called capillary action. Now, without capillary action, all of the plants, they would die. They wouldn't be able to grow. It's growing even more. Let's see if we can see this, how it's spread. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. We can see where we are on our rainbow. Look how it grew. Look at that. You can see it traveled up the entire side. So we've got green bleeding into blue, and the blue is going into our red. And you can observe what happens. So now I want you to pause and draw your observation. Hi, welcome back. Oh, do you remember what this was called? Let's say it together. Capillary action. Big word. Capillary action. Well, this has been our science time, and you have done a wonderful, wonderful job. All right, I will see you tomorrow for science time. Bye-bye.